So we got the Remette, we got two Vosteed, two Kizers. What I'm gonna do is I've been getting so many knives in here lately, you guys. I just can't make separate videos for each of these knives, so you're gonna get everything here in one video. And when later on when I do the review, then I'll get more specific about size comparisons and weight and measurements and cutting tests and all that good stuff. So let's just go ahead and go through these in no particular order. Let's actually knock out the Vosteed knives first. Then we'll check out the Kizers, and then we'll do the Remette there towards the end. So this first one that we have here is the mini raccoon. Is there such thing as a mini raccoon? Okay, is that not the coolest thing in the world? I think so. Let's go find out. I honestly, I want to say I didn't know they have made, actually I did. Yes, I did. I remember seeing the pictures of the mini raccoon. So that's going to be interesting. Of course, you got the wiping cloth, all the warranty stuff in the box as usual. You've seen a ton of Vosteed unboxings here on the channel. And if you haven't, right, go ahead and just search Miguel EDC Vosteed and you'll see a bunch of videos I've already done on different knives. But the baby raccoon is basically the baby version of the regular size raccoon, and we happen to have two of those. Again, as I mentioned earlier, there's a crossbar lock version, the button lock, liner lock version, and the baby or mini raccoon is a front flipper with some thumb studs and reverse flick. Now, one thing I'll tell you though is I didn't expect it to be so small. I mean, I would think maybe half an inch smaller or something like that, but it is actually a good maybe whole inch. Is that a whole inch? It looks like a lot like a whole 1 inch shorter than any regular size raccoon. So yeah, let's just cut to the chase here, right? Let's get this guy deployed. Bam, and take a look at this thing. Holy smokes. Yeah, mini for sure. The blade is definitely thinner, right? No doubt about that. Full flat grind on here, drop point blade. We got 14C 28N, everyone's favorite budget steel. And I love what they did here. They gave you a huge finger choil, which is very, very comfortable. I want to say the finger choil situation might be, I mean, I love the forward choke on the regular raccoon, but it's not an actual circle, right? You kind of just make it work with the way it is, right? Which is, again, not bad at all. But here, they give you a full half circle. So that's super comfortable. Dual jimping. You got jimping back here and up here, because your thumb is going to be here most of the time. That's nice. G10 scales, and it is a liner lock, right? Man, this thing is definitely something. I'll tell you that. Holy smokes. It's small, but I like it. I like it. I dig it. I really dig it. Front flipper. Okay. I was putting some crazy pressure on it, but it's just so easy to deploy. I mean, it is a tiny blade. Yeah. Holy smokes. Yeah, very fidgety. Small little guy. Reverse flick. Yes, even with the meat and fingernail of the middle finger there. Holy macaroni. That is a cute little guy. Did we lose an angle on this whole time? Your OCD is probably going to the roof because the camera is like tilted. My bad. My apologies. But man, okay, a little fidgety little guy for sure. Ergonomically speaking, is pretty good. I mean, Vosteed is really good about putting filler tabs on most of all their knives, right? Check out the Talarurus here with the filler tab. I'm sure they probably didn't put one on here because of cost. It is rocking a smaller pocket clip than what they typically put on most of their knives. It's basically like a shorter version of that. It is inset with countersunk screws, so that's pretty neat also, right? Very drop shot action. Better get your fingers out of the way, and bam. Okay, that is the mini raccoon. I'm loving it so far. We'll come back to that guy at the end. Here we have, speaking of minis, I believe this one is the mini Acorn. Right, we just looked at the full-size Acorn in the channel not that long ago, but here is the mini Acorn, right? So I love when knife companies do that, and Vosteed also does a lot of that, by the way. They have a bunch of mini models like the Chipmunk, which is already a small model by default. They have the mini Labrador, right? Another mini small model from Vosteed. They have the mini Corgi Pup, right? Which is another mini version of the Corgi. And yeah, they definitely kill it with smaller knives. So now we have, well, we have the baby raccoon. And here's the baby Acorn or mini Acorn. Okay, so the full-size Acorn is kind of like a medium knife. This is a smaller knife here. So for EDC purposes, sometimes, depending on where you live, you may have a law that limits how long of an edge, sharp object you can carry. So always highly encourage everybody to check their local laws. But forward choke situation here is basically the only way that you're going to be able to get a full purchase. Otherwise, the handle is a little bit on the smaller side. Even with my average size hands, I don't have big hands in any way, shape, or form. But with that forward choke, finger choke right there, bam, but you can get to work. Nice drop point blade there, flat grind. A little bit taller than the, mini raccoon, right? But again, very, very functional, and a little bit of a taller handle, smooth G10 that is chamfered all the way around, right? And this guy is a liner lock, so check that out. A front flipper, yes, right? And we got the opening here for the reverse. We can do that, and the thumb deploy. All right, awesome. So at least 3 different deployment options with this guy. Very, very sweet right there. Check out that lineup from Vosteed. If you're into small EDC knives, can't go wrong with any one of these, right? Of course, these will all be linked on there. Check out individual unboxings on the mini Corgi Pup or the mini Labrador or the Chipmunk if you're interested on wanting to learn more on those. All you have to do is put the name of the knife McGill EDC on YouTube and you'll find it right away. So let's check out the other guys here, right? So Vosteed is bringing the heat. Let's check out Kizer. What heat is Kizer bringing to the table? Let's find out. There we go. Am I opening it upside down? No, I have done that in the past. This one is the Gemini. It is a Ray Laconical design. I'm a fan of Ray Laconical designs, to say the least. And let's see what the Gemini is all about. So far, I can tell you it's rocking the Ultim scales. I love that. As per usual, you got additional hardware and stickers in the box. With Kizer here, Nitro V steel, right? Flipper deployment. I didn't see thumb studs, right? Which there's plenty of room for thumb studs, by the way. So it's maybe intentional as to why they didn't do it. This side is cut out for access to the liner lock. It is a liner lock locking mechanism, right? Full flat grind on that Nitro V steel blade. I can tell this one's going to be a very, very slicey one. It says Ray Laconical on the tang of the blade there. Nitro V steel, Kizer logo, and Gemini. Beautiful and very, good action here. A little bit of a shake shutter. But check out the milling on the Ultim scales, right? I love smooth Ultim, kind of like that QSP traditional pocket knives exclusive that I looked at a while back, but I also love me some milling on Ultim, and that's exactly what you got going on here when the light hits it just right. Not only does it give you a crazy amount of grip, right, but it's also beautiful to look at. The same way milling is beautiful to look at on titanium scales, I feel like on Ultim or PP scales is basically the same deal. You sort of have this radial ripple effect as if like water. Say this was a lake and you threw a rock here, all the rippling effect are just carried throughout the remainder of the handle right there. So that looks really, really nice, you guys. Check that out. So, the mini Corgi Pup, as I was talking about earlier, also has the Ultim and has a fluted sort of milling to it or diagonal lines. So again, they look really good in my opinion, right? I feel like Ultim is one of those things you either love or hate. I'm personally a pretty huge fan of Ultim, to say the least. So definitely digging it, no doubt about that. And I'm digging this guy, right? Ergonomics, let's see. I got a full purchase with my average size hands, not the biggest, not the smallest, right? No jimping on the spine of the blade, because otherwise Ray Laconical's name will look kind of funny. That's probably why they didn't do any jimping there. Probably intentional. The flipper tab works as a finger guard, and you are locked and loaded, my friend. So this guy is gonna, probably put in some good work with that flat, slicey, flat grind and that drop point blade. Gotta love it. Got a Ultim back spacer. There's your lanyard hole and the pocket clip. Even though it's perhaps not the deepest carry pocket clip, it does give you something to pinch and pull out of the pocket, and it is reversible for lefties out there, since after all, a liner lock knife is one that can be used with a left hand. As you allow me to demonstrate here with my very non-dexterity existent hand, left hand. So yeah, I got no dexterity on my left hand at all, but that goes to show how easy it is, obviously, for lefties to enjoy this knife as much as righties. Moving on to the next Kizer knife. Again, this is an unboxing extravaganza here. We got the Bow Tie, right? This is a Henning Markson design, the Bow Tie from Kizer, right? Kind of gives me fixed blade vibes. Typically, fixed blades come in the, there we go, in the bigger boxes. And that's exactly what we have here. Ooh, okay. A little tip there for protection. Okay, all right, this is different. This is certainly something different for sure. We'll come back to that in just a moment. Behind the plastic here is where you'll find your sheath. All right, that's important. Maybe paracord or like a shoestring style lanyard there, your wiping cloth, your instructions, and your stickers and all that good stuff is here, right? So let's make some room. Let's take a look at this thing. Holy smokes. Okay, first impression, like, what am I even looking at? What is this thing all about? But The bow tie, again, if you cover the blade, right, this section here kind of gives you bow tie vibes, I guess. Full chunk of D2, right, this one piece of D2. And, you know, obviously they cut out a hole here for your index finger, right? And then the rest of it becomes the handle. So that's pretty interesting. And then you basically just rest your thumb here in the very sharp, you know, I want to say accentuated jimping you got going on there. It is a sheep's foot or reverse tanto style geometry, full flat grind, and the handle feels pretty good on hand, and it's not heavy at all, right? You would think it's a chunk of metal. It's probably going to be heavy, but not at all. Obviously, it's, you know, the holes being milled out definitely helps a ton. Even the additional hole right here for weight reduction. Stone wash finish, even not just a blade, but throughout the entire handle. Definitely a different experience for sure. Let's see the whole into the sheath experience. I want to say don't have a little section here for being able to sort of push it with the thumb. So you probably just want to, when you have it in your belt or on your waist, scout carry or what have you, just be able to take it out like that and you are good to go. So Kydex sheath with a sort of clip very similar to the one that we saw on the deckhand, right? That's kind of what you have going on here from Kizer. Kizer has been coming out with some really sweet fixed blades recently. Check out the deckhand, check out the Kabox, check out the Smolt. All those are really, really solid. And there's videos on all those here in the channel as well. But this thing is something different because I want to say this is the first time I've checked out one of these sort of skeletonized knives, right? One that doesn't have scales. It's a fixed blade and it's sort of like one whole piece, right? The tang is the handle itself. So of course this will be great for utility cuts and draw cuts, putting that tip there to work. All right, that's going to be very interesting. So we'll come back to this guy here in just a moment. Let's come full circle with the last unboxing of this video. What is it? What could it be? All right, Remette with a fixed blade. Okay, that's what's up. Very, very interesting. Ooh, look at this. We got a ferro rod. We got a ruler here. We're talking about some survival stuff, right? About to start a fire here in my desk. The Remette has also been, you know, coming out with some really good offerings, from folders to fixed blades, from budget knives to, you know, premium knives. So the clip here on this one is very similar to the one on the Smolt, right? It's very easy to use. Basically, you just push this button and then allows you to open it very easily. And then just close on your belt or what have you, right? Very easy to operate. This is what I was talking about, right? Having this additional raise portion to the Kydex sheath allows you to push with your thumb for a more satisfying takeout of the sheath, I guess. I'm looking for a specific word, but I'm having a brain fart at the same time. D2 blade on this one, it feels a little bit, I want to say it definitely has some weight to it. It's a little bit on the heavier side, not the lightest. I mean, after all, I'm coming from this guy to this guy, right? There's definitely a weight disparity there, right? This one is milled out, smaller piece of metal. We have a lot more metal here, full tank construction. And I want to say these are G10 scales. They certainly look like G10, but they have this sort of, you know, interesting pattern to them. It's kind of like when you take titanium and you start making those rock marks on there, right? That's kind of what you have here. And it's grippy, it works. I want to say the ergonomics here with the drop handle works pretty good. We have a flat grind going on here with a drop point or clip point blade, reverse tanto if you would. Definitely got some belly to it as well. That's pretty sweet. And we have a linear solution back here, right? Full purchase when I can get my full 4-finger grip. There's a little bit of a peaky section there, right? So if you have bigger hands, you would just be right here. The peak will be in between your ring finger and pinky. But other than that, man, it's just pretty good, pretty solid. Got some width to that blade for sure. You can do some hard work, right? And it is coated, so this black wash is going to help a lot being corrosion resistant, since it is D2 after all, right? D2 is not corrosion resistant by default, but if it's coated like this, it definitely helps fight corrosion a little bit better. All right, into the sheath. Let's see how satisfying that is. Ooh, yeah, you definitely have to give it a good push, right, for it to go in the entire way. So that is not going anywhere out of that sheath unless you intentionally take it out, for sure. All right, so very satisfying. The sheath got some good construction to it. It even has, okay, even has a little section there built in for the ferro rod. Check that out. All right, that's pretty neat. That's pretty cool. So you could carry both. Is there a section for you to maybe tie the ruler to somewhere? This is, again, a ruler, and also what you would use. I want to say this is what you would strike the ferro rod with. Let me see. I would, I'm going to check on this, and I'm going to do it outside because I don't want to. It's tied up, and I don't want to, you know, kind of mess anything up here at my desk right now, but I think it's pretty cool that you can put that in the sheath like that. That's pretty awesome. So, yeah, quite a full package here. First fixed blade from Remette. We have looked at some other knives from Remette, like the Rhino, which is a pretty solid D2 folding knife. I think they also offer it in 14C28N. But yeah, this fixed blade is the best. I'm going to carry this guy and, of course, gather my feedback for the review video. Let's do a quick, you know, wrap up of everything that we looked at so far. From the very tiny Vosteed Raccoon, right, to the also tiny mini Acorn. So mini Raccoon, mini Acorn. Then we looked at the Kizer Gemini, right? Not the Sagittarius, not the Cancer, not the Pisces, but the Gemini. We looked at the little fixed blade here, which the name escapes my mind right now. Bow tie. That's what's up. There you go. Bow tie. Having a brain fart there for a second. And from Remette, right? All three different brands here. Something a little different from everybody. We got the fixed blade here from Remette. 2 from Kizer, two from Vosteed, and 1 from Remette. It's a little bit of everything, guys. Let me know if you enjoy these unboxing and extravaganza videos. Again, I really wish I had the time to do separate unboxing for every single one of them, but that is very, very time consuming, and I have a bunch of knives here that I have to create content on to, you know, send them forward to the next person as part of a knife pass around. So really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Of course, these knives will all be linked down below, so if you're interested in checking prices, availability, variants, and all that good stuff, those links will be down there. If you enjoy knife and EDC content like this on a daily basis, guys, subscribe to the channel. I promise you it'll be worth coming back for more. I make this knife and EDC content like this on a daily basis, and you will not be disappointed. And if you want to support the channel a step further, there's a link for Patreon down below, or you can support the channel right here on YouTube by becoming a channel member. You'll get access to exclusive perks. If you made it to the end, you are the real MVP. Thank you so much for your love and support. Enjoy this video on your left or this video on your right. Chances are you're really going to like either one of those. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll catch you on the next video. Either this one or this one. Peace.